What's good, y'all? It's your boy Obi. We are here to talk about some racial history. I'm just gonna cut to the chase, y'all. For our project, me and Brendan decided to talk about places in Baltimore that display resilience and commitment to activism, radical hospitality, and community. I wanted to take this project and kind of give a creative twist to it. Hold on. Where's my mic? This project, it didn't feel right starting because I have my mic on me. This project is focusing on highlighting 5 places in Baltimore in which display joy, support, community, and activism. My guys, gals, and non-binary pals, I think I'm wearing my shirt the wrong way. Our landmark tour. All right, our very first place is St. Francis Academy. Now, St. Francis Academy was founded in 1828 by Mother Mary Lange. Then at the time, Elizabeth Clarice Lange. This school was established to provide Christian education to colored children. During the Lincoln era, a time in which African Americans were not given similar access to education due to control and slavery. This was one of the first places to do that. It went through several name changes. So it had the Oblate School for Colored Girls, the St. Francis School for Colored Girls, the St. Francis of Rome, and later St. Francis Academy. So this was an all-girls school to begin with. And in 1974, it went from an all-girls institution to a co-ed one. Their vision statement is that they lead urban American high schools through educational excellence and responsiveness to the needs of students and the community. And through its dignity and uniqueness, St. Francis Academy, with faith in God's providence, provides relevant educational programs which give all members of the community, particularly the poor and neglected, an opportunity to develop and live as respectful and responsible members of God's family. Next up, we are going all the way to Little Italy. It's Douglas Place. So Frederick Douglass bought land on the 500 block of South Dallas Street from the Centennial Methodist Episcopal Church, where he constructed 5 brick row houses in 1892. So essentially, he bought these houses and made them available for African Americans because at the time, due to a post-slavery world, not many houses were being sold to African Americans. Hey y'all, editing Obi here again with my monster. I also wanted to add on this portion in particular something I forgot, or something that just came to mind while editing. The community aspect as well. Maryland was one of the main places for the slave trade, which I'll talk about a little bit later in the video in a different place. So it was interesting and kind of cool to see how Douglas fostered kind of like a black neighborhood, one of the very first ones post-slavery. Back to the video. Hey y'all, editing Obi here. I feel that I didn't add enough information in this section about the Arch Social Club. So I kind of just redid the entire section. So you're gonna see a lot of editing version of me, just because I missed out on some gaps that are essential to get to understand the importance of the club. Just wanted to put that in here before we began to go over things. All right, back to the video. So our next place on our landmark tour is the Arch Social Club. So the Arch Social Club was founded in 1905 and incorporated in 1912. When researching the founders of the club were Raymond Coates Jeremiah Hill, and Samuel Barney. These boys were standing on business from the time it opened. Essentially, Coates, Hill, and Barney founded this as a response to the de jure or race-driven harassment and humiliation that they felt through the exclusion in their day-to-day activities from whites in the area. This was their club to come together and not only socialize, like I emphasized in this video, and it's rooted in Christianity and friendship and brotherhood. For 50 years, the organization was at was in West Saratoga Street, so basically downtown West Baltimore, but then it got moved due to an urban renewal scheme, and now it's taken place of the former Morgan Theater. It's the oldest running African American men's club, and not only that, it pioneered a lot of activism and Black civil movement, and it's also the last remaining venue for live entertainment on Baltimore's historic Pennsylvania Avenue commercial skirt. And I am very glad that it is still open and operating today. Up next, we have the Reginald F. Lewis Museum of African American History and Culture. This was founded in 2005, and it is a Smithsonian, period. It was named after Reginald F. Lewis, who was the first African American to build a billion-dollar company, TLC Beatrice International Holdings. The most fascinating part about this museum to me is that it is built right next to one of the main locations of the Baltimore slave trade. And I just love how they chose that space to honor Black history. So, next up on our list, the fifth and final item for our landmark tour is the removal of the Confederate statues. So it's actually a 4-for-1 special. You feel me? In 2017, Baltimore City Crews, they took down Confederate monuments across the city overnight. So all 4 of them in Baltimore. So the Confederate Soldiers and Sailors Monument on Mount Royal Avenue, the Confederate Women's Monument on West University Parkway, Roger B. Taney Monument on West University Parkway, and the Robert E. Lee and Thomas J. Stonewall Jackson monuments in Wyman Park. Before all of this happened, there was a Unite the Right rally in a protest for another Confederate statue being taken down. And because of that rally, one woman lost her life and several others were injured. After this, the council in Baltimore essentially passed a resolution calling for the immediate deconstruction of the monuments that we have, that I just named previously. As Archie McGee, a Baltimore resident, said, which I agree with, these statues are celebrating slavery. The statues were a representation of the harm that was done onto African Americans. And the statues were even more distasteful and harmful due to the fact that a majority of the population here is Black. Also, if you're missing these statues, no need to worry, okay? I have great news for y'all, all right? These statues are just taking a little trip to find a new home in California. The Hollywood Walk of Fame, Disneyland, Universal, and Robert E. Lee. All jokes aside, I haven't done much looking into that exhibit, but it's supposed to be Confederate statues or statues that signify or symbolize racism in contrast to statues that do the opposite and amplify Black voices and POC art. Anyway, folks, that is the Baltimore House's Racial City History Project. We hope that you found these 5 places insightful. I hope you learned a little bit, and I hope whenever you're in Baltimore, you get to see these places for yourselves. Love y'all, JVs. Bye. The mic was missing. That's it from us here at the studio of Obi's Room.